Yo,
Y'all
yo,
already missing this shit already.
it's
man.
already up.
Already off the chain.
The racism, and it wasn't from me.
Damn,
See,
we
that
didn't
was
start the
racist.
show before we even
She
got the
said no.
drinks.
Yo, here we go.
We got water. We got water.
Cheers
We got
to
some
the
water.
water.
With the water.
Yeah.
All right.
Ice to
Cheers.
Eskimos.
Ice to Eskimos. Come on,
Yeah,
get in
yeah, okay.
there. Cheers.
Are we all? Are we
Telling
all
game to
pretending
players.
this is water? 'Cause it's
No.
definitely not water.
No, this is cheers. It wasn't about the.
It wasn't about the content of the cup.
No, it's not about the content of the cup.
Why do I feel like that's a metaphor for
Because
something?
we have drinks on the way.
Drinks are on the way. What's
No
up,
worries.
y'all?
On the
Y'all
way.
doing?
Brothers.
Wonderful.
I'm
Wonderful.
really nervous about this microphone. I feel like it's like way too close. I'm gonna hold. I talk really loud.
Stop it.
Yeah.
She's newly married.
You
It's
got it.
fine.
You got it close.
She should
It
be.
was not a sexual.
She should be.
Not
You
sexual.
need to practice with the mic like this.
Hey, real quick. Because no, it's way more intimidating than that. It's like this. It's just.
She was like, yeah, Rob. So I was happily. Yes, why?
So there's the misogyny. We
No,
did,
there
we
it
did
is.
discuss
And it
racism for a
starts
bit,
right
and now the misogyny.
And here we
kicks
are.
in.
No, that's pro
She's
happiness.
already pulled two off on you, bro.
I know,
That's
right?
pro
We've
happiness.
been doing this for like 3 motherfucking seconds.
That's pro happy
And here
marriage.
we are.
Already.
Cheers to your husband and you.
Yeah.
Hey, my husband is
Congratulations,
So
by the
fucking
way.
great.
Congratulations, by the way.
Many
Newly married.
things.
Newly married.
Being married's kind of rad.
Have we even
It is
introduced
awesome.
her? Have you even?
We haven't even got into that yet.
Do I need to, like-
We just jumped right into this
is
thing.
a dope background too. Shout out to
Very dope.
Lafayette.
Yeah, let's look. When we're live, we're at Lafayette. We're in the green room, which we thought was pretty dope. You know, so shout out to Lafayette letting us use the green room tonight. It's a cool ass difference. We got a guest in the building. She's the one and only Francis. She's dope as shit
Dick Mike.
with a non-big mic.
Nobody has a dick mic, so you.
Not Francis with the dick
The one
mic.
that was-
Nah, I was just
You're
hoping.
demonstrating
I
for
was
me.
hoping.
You were
for your
demonstrating for my
husband-
husband.
I was hoping for your husband's sake that you weren't.
There was
like
no
this.
two. Yeah.
I didn't hope that that's how it works.
Trust me, my husband has no complaints in that department.
I
I,
didn't- I
promise
didn't-
you that.
I
bet he does.
Your knees say as such. Like,
Well, actually,
What? Damn.
By the
it's
way,
the wind
hey,
though.
real
She
quick,
just,
that was from skating, you
oh,
motherfucker.
okay. I mean,
There is no bruised
There you
knees.
go.
in that.
no.
Already,
No,
bro.
just check
Hold
this out.
on, real quick.
Before,
Y'all are black.
said
Y'all
your
can't blush.
knees
No,
say
no.
Yeah,
that.
that's not fair.
no, this is what I'm saying.
Yo.
But when you came in,
Did he hit me with that really?
No.
Yo,
when you came in and
we
said,
just
"Hey,
got the
you
show
know,
started. It just started.
I'm-
Okay,
I'm
you need
happy-
to dial it down,
I'm
Rob.
happily-
You need to dial it down.
Just getting started.
Damn.
I
All
need
right.
to sit
I
back.
know, like,
I'm in
Rob
timeout.
just
Put
did-
myself in timeout.
Right, Rob?
Right.
That's not
Time out.
water, y'all. It's not water.
All right.
Talk about what's in my cup. All right. See, look, now Rob's gone and nobody can talk about anything except my bruised knees. Thanks, Rob.
All right. Yeah, I was gonna take. We were gonna talk about a lot of other things today.
I
You
know,
know.
right? We were gonna talk about like, I don't know, world problems, shit like that.
We got to start off light before we get
So
heavy.
how about
Is
those?
that right? I
Yeah.
don't think people out there
Happiness
comment.
marriage. This is how you want your wife needs to look on
Like,
your wedding after the wedding.
Okay,
Right after the wedding, right?
fair enough. But honestly, it is from skating.
Yeah, it's just jokes. I'm a
I mean, is
comedian,
it though?
so-
Yeah.
I don't know, Rob.
These are all.
I don't know you. I don't know you, so of course I couldn't. I would only hope for your husband to be that blessed.
It would.
Like if you
But
said this, is
I
what
wish
it came
Paul was
from.
here right now because he would be like he's Native American, but he would be
Oh.
blushing like a motherfucker.
Oh, wow.
Indians can't turn red.
Yeah. Dope,
Is
dope.
that wait? Hold on. Was that more? That wasn't more racist. I'm married to the dude.
That was not more racist.
I love
I don't
her.
know these days.
She's
I just don't
crazy as
know.
fuck.
Everything
You
is
all
Everything
over the
scares the
place.
shit out of me. I talk
What's your
and
sign?
Pisces.
Okay, that would
Pisces
explain
in
it.
the building.
Right there.
When's your
All
birthday?
right.
I'm March 11th.
I'm March 5th.
Hey, look, my sister, new
311.
sister-in-law.
You love 311 as a band?
I actually went to 311 Day twice when I was a kid.
Right.
My sister-in-law, my new sister-in-law, my brother, two of my new brother-in-laws, all March birthdays, all Pisces. I'm like, Pisces. We are some weird individuals.
beautiful, weird individual.
Yeah, speak for yourself on the weird. I'm not that weird.
I'm-
I'm
I
way
think
more
I'm actually,
cooler than
I'm
weird.
just an
you know?
escapist.
Cool.
My
it's
light
weird,
is hot
though.
as shit.
Yeah.
I got a
It's cool.
sweat.
I guess I call it cool then.
Hmm?
He says weird is cool. I said, well, I guess I just call it cool then.
Well,
You're
these
definitely
days it
weird.
is. It's part of like the zeitgeist
No,
for it
for
to
you,
be like.
weird, bro.
Are we live in this thing? Because I don't
think
see
we
it
are
on the thing.
live.
I'm trying to see the feedback thing. But I
It's
don't,
slow.
somebody
It's
else's
slow
phone.
today. I think this
Is it the reception coming
it's
through?
a little
Good.
slow.
I mean, I kind of want to throw y'all up on mine, just see what happens. See, that was
Yeah,
Look,
man.
I looked great at my wedding.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
It
Okay.
was
I've seen. I
beautiful.
mean, I follow you. I follow you. I guess I don't read. I guess I don't read. I just look at your pictures. I'm telling you, because I'm so mad.
I
Look,
seriously got a really spicy new last name.
even saw that picture. I didn't realize that was your wedding.
That's
So
like my new
he's the one with the
That's my husband right there.
handsome guy.
Yeah.
Wow. She has a model for a husband.
He's
That guy is
fantastic
fucking
too.
beautiful.
He is.
He's fucking.
All my mama's
Can you see
friends
it
were
on
all up
Facebook?
on it. And I was
Did you
like,
see
ladies,
that?
calm down.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I've seen him. I've seen
He
him.
looks like the guy, one of the
They
guys
look
that
really-
do
yeah.
the butter
He's
commercials.
Aquaman. He's actually he
Okay.
actually is
I
an
don't know if we're
he's
on
like,
the
he
air,
does,
bro.
aquatic biology and stuff. So he's
Wow.
like
Yeah.
a professional scuba diver.
That's really cool, man.
Right?
Yeah. Where is he from?
Congratulations.
He's from San Antonio,
San Antonio.
And you are from where?
Columbus, Mississippi.
Columbus, Mississippi.
Yeah.
How long have you been in Memphis?
12 years. 12
12
years.
years?
Oh, no, since 2008, 2009. That's 11
So
years.
the reason why I thought it was dope to have you on this show is because you're so dope. I told you the story already.
Okay.
I was just
Repeat though for our people
Well,
out
we
here.
were. I was just scrolling on Instagram. I met Francis about a year ago, almost today, probably.
Mhm.
She
Was
walked
it
in.
before? Yeah.
It was
Okay,
almost
yeah,
like a year
yeah.
ago, almost like right now. Maybe September.
At Pontotoc. I met
Yep,
you at Pontotoc.
yep.
That was what it was.
I was at the bar chilling, and she walked in with a friend of hers, LD. Shout out LD. What's
Who
up,
was my
homie?
maid of honor at my
Right.
wedding?
And they walked up to the bar. They sat next to me, whatever. Immediately, we just kind of vibed the fuck out, and we realized that we knew all of the same people, and we started talking about Rich Fresh. What up, Pat? And yes, sir, man, blowing all the way the fuck up. And we just connection. It was just a great vibe. So just strolling on Instagram the other day, and I was like, man, you know what? I came across a picture. I was like, man, you know what? She would be perfect. She would be perfect because she's. I don't even know what it was.
Natural on camera.
I don't even really know what it was. I just want us to find out what it's about today. Why are we supposed to be talking today? But look, she's a fantastic artist. She's got work all over the city. She's dope as shit.
She said like a dude. That's hilarious. Wow. Wow.
I don't
There's
sweat
no
pretty.
such thing. There's no such thing.
True story.
False.
No such
It
thing.
is.
No.
Very
When you
true.
Sexual
Mhm.
when you got them and you and that's
We all
that's
know
how,
where Rob is at tonight.
that's not a bad sweat. I
Sweat.
mean, it was.
There's no such thing. Anyway, I just wanted to have you on because I respect
he
you. I
was
think you're
weird.
dope as hell. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of your
I'm an
energy.
Insta fan.
I'm a fan of your energy, and I just want to have you on. So, thanks for joining us. And everybody, make sure tell everybody where they can find you at.
Where is Francis?
Where's
You know,
Francis?
like as in, like,
Underscore where underscore is.
You can just type in where is
underscore.
Francis.
It's gonna
Bitch has
pop
gotten big enough for that.
She's hot. And
You can just type in Francis Berry. That shit pops up.
For sure. All right. I was
That's
just
all
saying,
right.
sis.
well, look, man, there's a lot of shit going on, man. I want to jump on in it today, man. Y'all, you know, the Lakers won,
I did not know that.
right?
I had no clue.
Did you know that, Carlos?
I did.
You knew that?
Yeah.
Who was going for the Lakers? Everybody here was pretty
I
much
gave
going
no
for the Lakers?
fucks.
Yeah, I was pretty much going.
Everybody
for the
pretty
Lakers.
much going for
I
the
can
Lakers?
swear on here, can
Yeah, fuck yeah. Shit, yeah. God damn it, suck a dick, yes. Eat pussy, all that shit, smoke weed, you know what I'm saying? All that shit.
What are we
I'm
talking
just trying to make
about?
sure.
Whoa!
I'm just trying to make sure she understand that say what the fuck you want to
Yeah,
say.
what you want to say.
That's all I'm saying.
You don't need to give me
Oh,
down.
okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Example.
Say what the fuck you want to say.
I'm 100% gonna put my foot in my mouth because that's what I do. I live like that.
That's cool, but look, so we like everybody was going for the Lakers. How do we feel about it? Do you think it's like is it a ring type championship or more like an ankle bracelet type thing?
I give no fucks.
I think it was definitely. I think the situation called for something different. You know what I mean? So I mean, I think
Is it a smaller ring or like a pinky ring?
Nah, it's still
Should there be
It's
a
still the
ring,
same
maybe
ring.
like
I think if you haven't experienced being in a bubble, you know what I'm saying?
bubble
Like,
ring?
I've been on. I was in Hawaii for like two. It was 2.5 months, and then after like around the third month, I was like, I need to get out of here. I got island fever.
I do not know what y'all are talking about.
So I mean, it's just, and that's okay, you know. But the thing is that sometimes you can get confined to a space, especially when you're used to traveling and going and coming. So I think that was an extenuating circumstance beyond just the regular circumstance. So I think it doesn't deserve a negative asterisk.
Well, so you aren't aware of what happened with the NBA playoffs and the championship.
Completely unaware. I lost interest with the Bows in '96.
Wow, Muggsy Bogues.
Well,
Who
you
I
know what?
wanted to be when I grew up.
Well, you know what? I can relate to that because what I felt like at the end of the championship, because I missed damn near all of it. But I realized is I really wasn't interested. Like now, you know how much I was feeling like when Ja was in. I was like, man, get them games back going, right? But when the Grizzlies and shit fell out, I grew up a Laker fan. I started feeling like I just wasn't interested, bro. Be a million things happening. I normally would tape it and get back to it if I could. I'd be like, oh yeah, that's right. The championship is happening. Maybe it's because it's the time of year. I don't know. I wasn't interested.
Let's stop for a moment, and
Mhm.
now let's start this whole show over because we're just now going live
Oh, they missed
on
all of
Facebook,
that fantastic shit. At the
All that-
beginning.
Okay.
It was on YouTube.
YouTube,
Okay.
but not on
So you
Facebook.
missed all of Rob's misogyny. Everybody missed Rob.
Exclusive.
Launch back in.
Huh?
It just
I'm just-
literally when you
I'm
did
just
it, it
messing
popped
with
up.
you. For a
So
comedian to be- Stop it, sir.
Well, you know, it's a
Stop it right
sensitive
now.
time in that topic. It's a
it did not
sensitive
pop
time
up.
in the topic,
Oh,
and
No,
you
no, I
know.
was unaware that
you
Rob
know.
was delicate. I was unaware that Rob was delicate, ladies and gentlemen. Well, you could have launched into Frances can do her racism thing. I mean, come on. See, it would have been about the equivalent.
I thought you
it would
said
have
it
been
though.
about the
You
equivalent, Rob, and that would not have been nice. Nobody saw the launch into it. You're
Okay.
right.
all right?
sorry,
we're
guys.
live. Yeah, we're live now. By
We
the
have to
way,
take
they
another
missed all that.
serious
They-
bow-
but they
yeah,
did
they
catch
missed
that.
all of that.
So anyway, we're live now.
one more time.
Sorry, hey,
Wait,
for everybody.
we need, wait.
Wait, hold on a
Uh-oh.
second. 1 second.
Just apologies.
Oh Lord, is she drinking cans?
Don't judge
Canned
me.
beer
I'm not.
Please
I'm not.
judgment and-
That's
Is
not
that, is that a
judgment.
Moscow Mule? Oh my God!
in a can.
In a can? Can I have one? It's my favorite drink, and you have them in cans?
10% alcohol.
Oh my fucking God!
Wow. I knew you were cool.
Look, all right.
I'm all right.
You're
I'm all right.
really cool now. Like really cool.
Well, I'm just a white bitch in here that's getting a little hammered. It's cool.
Hey. Let's do this again.
All
All right, so we gotta start over to everybody.
I'm gonna need you to
We've been
stand
here
here.
for a minute.
What? I can't. What?
Ice
I'm-
Eskimos.
I gotta try this new.
Oh no, I need to hold it here.
It's
Isaac's
sen-
telling me not
it's
to do
sensitive.
things.
Cheers.
Ice
We got some
to
Ice
Eskimos.
Eskimos selling
See, y'all
games.
have
Selling
done this
game to
before. I see
players.
this. This is how y'all are all doing
I
this,
guess
and
we
I need
should've
to.
prepped.
I'm sorry,
Listen.
I talk with my hands
Listen, for everybody that's just joining us, we saw we were having some technical difficulties.
because Francis is stupid.
And we are at Lafayette's, but we are in the green room today, and we are with Ice Eskimos, and we have a special guest in the building, Francis.
Berry.
She-
Moreno.
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 It's got, technically, it's more like a roll to the R, apparently, according to
Moreno.
Paul's dad. But I can't do that.
Moreno.
I mean, there's no
Moreno.
Moreno.
I'm not.
Moreno.
I know. I got a little. I got
Francis
definitely a little more
Moreno.
like.
Oh, now it's like now you're like a real artist. Now you about to really blow up.
I'm going by Francis B. Moreno.
Ah, shit, you about to blow up for real
Close,
now.
right?
Francis Moreno.
Am I moving it too much, Isaac? I'm sorry.
That's good, right there, right?
Moreno.
Moreno.
Why you look like that?
I don't think I need to say it like that.
Moreno.
Yeah, you
think
said like
people
a
might be
villain,
afraid of me.
Moreno.
You sound a little perverted. That
I mean, I'm just saying, right there, man.
See, but it is a cool name, right?
It is Francis.
I sat and like
Moreno.
decided that
I like it.
for a second there.
I can keep doing
I
Moreno.
don't think anybody wants you to keep
You like
doing
it a little bit. You like
We're
the,
doing it, bro.
I think it's the
Nobody-
sweating. I don't mind the sweater
And
though.
don't look
Got
at
a
me
Cosby
doing it.
sweater
Though.
on.
Don't do it.
Oh,
Look that way.
she's making it so worse tonight. She said you got a
Look
Cosby
that
It
way.
sweater.
is. It's a little bit of a. I mean, you know,
Moreno.
look. I know that Cosby carries a lot of negative connotations these days, but I mean, it is like classically, it's got a
She said-
shawl
she said
collar.
you
You got a shawl
She said
collar.
you got
on.
a Cosby
You're like,
sweater
it's
on.
like I know, but
I
not
am.
in the Cosby sense of the Cosby.
I don't
sense.
think
Right, right.
it's
I
not
am.
politically cool a white woman calling you with a Cosby sweater.
Okay, I thought we said we could say whatever the fuck we wanted to, and now
No, I had to get you for the earlier.
Rob,
comment.
real quick.
Don't
you
worry
and I,
about my
we're-
timing.
Rob, real quick.
Francis,
We're gonna get like a. It's like
It's
Francis
been
versus
like this
Rob,
since the
1 to
last 20
1.
minutes.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get
Yeah,
much
20
in.
minutes of this. 20.
They've missed it. They've missed it. Are
they
we
got
live
it on
now?
Who gave
YouTube,
me
though,
a
bro.
microphone?
Go to YouTube.
Seriously.
So yeah, man. All right, we got Francis in the building. We got to talk. We're gonna do a normal show. We're gonna bring her in on everything like we were talking about when we thought y'all were listening. The NBA championships. I know
It was
most
a
of
little
y'all.
boring. It was a little boring. I'm not gonna lie.
So that's what we were talking about. Is how many of y'all are really interested? You know, let us know. Is anybody really into this like you normally are? Were you? Did you feel when the game was over and he won and Did you feel the same
Can
way
I-
you
can I
you
get, like,
felt
a-
normally?
Can I get a recap on like exactly what happened so I can maybe be filled in on this? I mean,
So the
sorry,
Lakers
everybody.
won.
You know what basketball is?
I've heard of it.
Okay, I was just
I've
saying-
heard of it.
I was
Some
just trying to see how
larger
far-
black gentleman throwing a ball at a ring.
I was just
love
trying to
this
see how
question.
far back we needed to go. Okay, so basketball.
Shout out
Okay.
to your husband for being on your
Native American,
Moreno.
original people,
Moreno.
original people. He said, "I'm gonna give me one."
Moreno.
I respect that.
I'm doing it for stronger genetics in my babies. That's
I
really
know it, and he doing it. He doing it for his to pay his folks back. He's like,
well. I mean, his sister voted us off of the minority island. She did. She said we're no longer minorities. Her baby.
Rob and her got this whole show today, bro. We just here.
We
Me
just
and
here.
you just here.
I'm
We gonna
enjoying
let
it. I'm
them-
fucking enjoying it. I got tears in my eyes.
Let them
I have
run this
tears in my
shit. I
fucking
love
eyes.
it.
Well, now you put us on the spot, and
Yo,
you know.
I,
It's
right
kinda
away.
natural.
If anyone didn't know, I am pouring a Moscow Mule into.
I mean, you need to give
from
these
a
folks a
can-
shout out, get a
from
fucking
from
sponsorship.
from a can into a glass.
Hey, like I will tell you, this stuff will make you fat as fuck, though. So you got to be careful. The only reason I'm drinking it right now is because it was left over from my
and
wedding.
you married now, so
That
once-
shit matters,
once the
especially
marriage
though.
happened,
I gotta keep this shit even tighter though, because I got a smoke show of a husband.
Oh, did you hear
Yeah.
that, ladies?
got the
Did you hear that, ladies?
Hey,
finest
pull up the
husband.
picture.
Did you
Her
hear
husband
that,
is
gentlemen?
a hot dude. And I don't
My
even have to say
husband
that.
is so beautiful.
Like, yeah, he do
I
look
am-
like he
I'm
on the
going
moon.
to work
Damn, Rob is
on
really
overdrive
into
to keep shit
Moreno,
right.
ain't he?
Oh,
He's gonna go home. He's gonna go home and be like,
oh,
Moreno.
I'm not gonna.
He's like, Robbie Moreno. I like it more than
Rob.
Francis. Forget
You went
Francis.
too far. You
I'm
went too far.
Robbie.
Are these two
Right.
over here? Really? I can't.
Sound. Free is so jealous. Free is so jealous.
It's an Amber Alert, everyone. That means somebody's
Yeah.
uncle
Oh,
stole
no.
somebody's child.
Yep.
Oh no.
It's a true story. The
No,
most of the times,
That's not always the case. I was an Amber Alert baby.
my
so be
my,
careful.
hold on, my
Somebody
sister-in-law,
tried to take
real-
you?
sister-in-law was,
Was
and
you?
it was her uncle that took her.
Is that so?
Yeah.
You assume that happened?
Yeah,
to
well, I mean,
everybody?
like her brother apparently was also.
Hold
Like,
on, that happened to you for real?
it really did.
Someone
The
took
male-
you?
the
Can we
male
like
woman.
talk about that
The
real quick?
male
A
Rob?
woman.
male lady took
Are you
you?
fucking
Trying
around?
to take you?
Like from your house?
Yep.
For real?
Yep.
You must have been a cute baby.
Black babies are cuter than white
Robbie-
babies. They come out looking like Benjamin
Robbie
Button. I'm
was a
just
cute
saying.
baby.
I know that I made light
Rob,
of a
are
heavy
you bullshitting
situation.
for real?
It's
Yeah,
a
I
true
am.
story though.
Thank
You're
you, Rob.
bullshit.
I was waiting on this shit, Jay. You had him.
They asked a long time ago, was I bullshitting? I was yeah to all the questions. Yeah, I'm bullshitting. Yeah. No, that not yeah. Yeah. It didn't happen. What kind of man woman gonna do with me?
Somebody just texted me and told me that the three of y'all are cute.
Oh, thank you.
They're all right.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead,
I'll
say
take
something.
most of that.
I know, I know.
Free can. Free
And,
can.
and what guy was it? And what guy was it? So free could be
Mhm.
so free will be happy. What guy was it?
Yeah.
What dude texted said that?
Right.
It was actually a very foxy friend of mine whose name I will not say because she's probably embarrassed because she's watching right
Oh, that's
now.
cool.
But
Thank-
But
tell
thank
her
you for
thank
I
watching.
got a lot
Thank
of
you for
foxy
watching.
friends. I don't hang out with. I don't fucks around with.
No,
like,
no, no. I believe
So,
I mean,
that.
about-
LD is my best friend.
Yeah, LD's definitely a cutie, man.
She's a smoke show man.
So
Yeah.
how long?
Smart though too, and a hustler.
LD.
LD's a little hustler, huh?
LD.
LD, yeah,
Her
you
name
know
is
LD.
Lauren
Oh, he knows LD.
Yeah.
He know.
She's great. Lauren cannot be fucked with.
Yeah, she's
So,
dope.
so how did your art career start? Can I jump in?
That is
Absolutely.
whoa. We just like dialing it down from the Lakers and stealing children.
Yeah,
I
we-
want to get something a little bit more interesting. Is
Okay.
that okay?
You-
Do we want? I mean, we could do like give me like a time limit because I mean,
Okay, we're gonna
We'll
do
cut you off.
a minute to
Isaac, can we count on you for that one? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
give her a sign so she knows to give a break in the
I
conversation.
basically have no other marketable skills. Story over.
All right.
Let's see. I went to college. Went to Alabama. I went because it's where they
Roll
accept-
Tide.
No, I don't do that, but okay. It's where they accepted me.
Roll
and-
Tide.
Ooh, that's so. My mama is probably watching this. Like, that's damn right. She's all about it. Let me
He's like,
like.
Roll Tide. Roll Tide.
I went to.
Roll Tide.
That's my
Tide
goddamn
fans.
Confederate flag. No,
God damn it.
I'm sorry. I had to go a little bit far. I had
See,
to
and
go
Rob-
far.
And Rob, anytime I'm like up here, like talking with these dudes, like feeling like we're equals, Rob's just gotta like punch me back to
Oh shit.
get back.
This is too much for me today.
Okay,
I love
so-
I was sincerely interested. In
Okay,
when you
so
started
well
the
then
art,
be sincerely interested, sir,
when you started your art.
sir.
Did you
I
go
think
to
is that a good
school?
sir?
That's awesome.
Okay, I went to school for it. I changed my major like 11 times. I have very supportive parents, and I know that in all of y'all's mind, she's got rich white parents who paid for college. Isaac's over here thinking it. Somebody's thinking it. Somebody
Sean,
said it. Mhm.
Sean thought it.
Oh,
Yeah, Sean.
He went to
the
school
white
with
guy
Sean
in the
thought
room.
it.
And he
Sean,
was
somebody
another
thought
white
it.
guy in the room. He was
Changed
the one.
my major 11 times. I spent 5 years in school. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I got out of school. I was a photographer, sort of. I did digital art. Then I went to graduate school at MCA. I was a digital artist, like digital media. I like sold all my cameras. Come on, free. What?
He was so
Interrupt the
my
bitch.
bad, my
Are
bad,
you
my
watching
bad.
us while we watch us?
I'm watching us while we watch us.
So meta. It's super meta, right?
That's
Is
for the
everybody having like
comments.
a little bit of a moment?
No, he's more meta.
Micro meta moments.
Yeah, he's the most.
Okay, so then after
what?
that, I'm gonna continue. Look at
I'm
this.
what?
He looked at me like
This-
he
I
hated
feel like
me,
this
and
is
he
a
don't even know what
presidential
meta
debate.
is. Like,
Is this eating into my? Is this eating into my time? This is like a. I feel
What
like
are they
Kamala
talking
Harris
about?
over
That's
here, and
hilarious
y'all
when
are.
people say
I feel like
shit about
Kamala
you.
Harris, and
You don't know
y'all
what
are
the fuck
straight
they're
up homeboy with the fly on his face.
hilarious.
I'm just being
Hilarious.
interrupted. Being interrupted. That's what that.
Hilarious.
Because I'm a
So
lady.
you don't know the
You.
Lakers, but you know Kamala Harris. Okay, great. Okay,
But I'm
cool.
not like.
No, I was just taking.
I got a flat bill on. Calm down, sir. You gotta. You gotta. Of course, I know who Kamala Harris is, and I do.
So he'll be.
Yeah,
No,
what's-
we're because I've lost already my train of thought here. I no longer give a fuck about telling y'all about. I make art and it's dope, and that's it.
It's
Facts.
yeah,
Facts.
facts.
hard
So
facts.
So do you know other artists? Like, do you
Yeah.
know? Because I got an artist friend
Who's
in
your
LA.
Okay, well I don't know,
I have a
friends. I mean,
question.
what's your
I have a
question?
question.
Raise your hand. I love it.
In all
Yes,
sincerity.
sir.
In all sincerity. Tell me about the first experience when you created your first piece and you saw and knew and experienced for yourself this was your
I fucking
your
love you
lane.
for that question because I actually have an answer right now. And I made a painting back of a roll of wrapping paper because I had no money, and it was the last bit of paper I found in my house. And it was supposed to be in a show at the Dixon in April. This piece was that I like stood back from it and I was like, holy shit, I'm really good at this. And it was on the back of a roll of wrapping paper. It's still at my studio, and it's beautiful. It's still one of the most beautiful things I've ever made. And it's a little bit raggedy on the ends. And the funniest part about it is one of my best friends now, Casey Scruggs. She bought the piece. We didn't know each other at the time. It was like 5 years ago. She walked into my house. She looked at the piece. I rolled it out. It's 12 feet long, 9 feet long. It's huge, 36 inches wide, 9 feet long. I mean, it's an entire roll of wrapping paper.
Oh fuck.
She walks in, she says, I want that. And I was selling all my work for like next to nothing. And she gave me $200 for it. I thought I was rich. And then her dad was going to make her a frame, and he was going to have to cut off a foot. And my ex-boyfriend actually bought the piece back from her because he didn't want it to get destroyed. And I actually in exchange I painted her dining room.
Wow.
So one of the first murals I ever did in somebody's house.
Wow.
As a exchange. But that right there though was
The
like
experience.
I stopped that painting. I went and met my friends at the bar afterwards. And I was like, look at this, y'all. And they were like, shit, that's good. And it was the first time I'd ever made anything that was like it was just perfect. It was perfect. It was these giant hands and like perfect tits everywhere. Everybody loves perfect tits, right? And just,
Rob doesn't really like perfect tits.
no, Rob.
He
He
like
doesn't.
one long.
He just
He
likes
likes
he
them-
likes them to be
them-
like
no,
yard
He
dogs.
likes. He doesn't like them.
No, I like natural tits.
like-
Rob,
That's cool.
Rob likes like
He
yard.
likes-
You want yard dogs? No.
He like
Natural. I like natural.
He doesn't like.
I
He doesn't
like
like
them.
perfect tits. He
However
does not
they
like
come.
perfect tits.
Rob does not
I think that's a
discriminate,
fact to say
ladies.
that, right?
Rob
It
does
would
not
be a fact to say
discriminate.
you don't like a
That's
perfect
false.
tit.
That's false.
Yeah.
Tits have a stage.
Is this gonna be the
Tits
theme?
have a natural stage where they are perfect. But
Hey.
but beyond that, I love them too.
I will.
Yeah.
I will
I
hold
love
on.
them
I will say
beyond
this
their perfect.
much. So,
Yes,
you are
yes,
correct,
Rob.
my friend. And if God would have wanted my tits to be up here, He would have put them up here.
The
That's
whole
right.
time. That's it.
Thank you very much.
After
And
a
also,
while.
it does kind of kill me that my husband right now will never see my tits at their best because they were truly at their best at like 30. I mean, they're not bad at 35, but they were like at their very, very
I
best.
get it.
You
I
smell what
get
I'm
it.
stepping in?
I get
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
But I mean, he
yeah.
still's a big fan, and I am
Hey.
too, so it's
Hey.
okay.
Hey,
That's what
you got to keep your hotness
Oh,
hot
I mean,
to
I
you.
look, I feel myself on the regular. It's cool.
There it is.
It's cool.
Because
I
even in
trust
you feeling you, that's gonna keep that dude wanting to feel you. You know what I'm
Rob.
saying? Yeah. What did Rob say?
Out
Rob
of
is
here on
being
that.
I'm in
nasty.
Strike
timeout.
12,
I'm
Rob.
in timeout. I'm in timeout.
Yeah.
Rob is being nasty.
Rob.
No, she waved and I said I smelled.
Rob is being just
Really,
fresh and not a
Rob?
fun way. I
don't
mean,
know
and
what's
this is
going
a,
on with this show today.
are we?
The show
Are we?
started.
Isaac, can you tell me,
We're
You can't
Sean?
tell him when the show started.
Sean in the
Good
closet.
time.
Can you tell me what's going on
We're
with
over
this?
it. We moved past.
Moreno.
It is. It's just like random shit's just happening around the room right now.
Just
Well,
one of those nights, I guess.
Are we gonna get more
It
like,
has been a
insightful
weird-
questions here?
I
have answers.
I was ready for another one.
She went to
Other-
college, not on her parents'
Not
dime
at all.
either.
Definitely not at all. I so did. It's okay. It's okay. I'll admit this shit. It's fine. I mean, this is the world we
what
live
is
in.
what is the art world like in Memphis?
Fucking dope. I have
South
some really
period.
rad friends here that are
Yeah?
artists. Amazing friends that are artists. My studio mate, who is possibly one of the raddest bitches I know in the
Right.
world, her name's Stacy Keel, and she's from LA. And she is so fucking talented. It's stupid. I mean, so much more talented than I will ever be. Probably. I probably shouldn't say that, but like whatever. Stacy though is like she's my polar opposite. She's like very quiet and very like she's completely tattooed.
Wow.
Like we have a tattoo gun set up in the studio now. Actually, she taught me how to do it. I did that like a week ago. Yeah, it's
That's
not
dope.
great. It's not great, guys. I
You
did it,
did
and
it.
that's what's up.
Shit.
Let's see what Paul said. Hello, husband. Hold on, guys.
Hey, husband.
Moreno.
He asked if I could get toilet paper on the way home. Yes, my love, I can.
Hey,
Marriage,
that's what I'm talking
marriage.
about. He gives no damns about you doing an important interview.
I know, right?
now.
Like he's
Oh,
probably
baby.
watching this at home.
Don't
And I'm
fi-
sitting here
don't-
talking to y'all about all
Don't
this
bring
stuff,
your
and he's
ass
asking
home
me-
without that tissue. That's the black version of it, baby. Don't bring your ass home without that tissue.
Tissue.
So
That
one of my
tissue.
one of my best friends is Crucial. He's
This is your dude in LA, right?
yeah, he does
Okay.
murals and everything.
So I only recently got in the mural game, but one of my really, really, really close friends, Tunky Barry. I don't know if y'all have seen his stuff around town. Younger dude. You know Tunky. Y'all went to school together, didn't? Yeah. I call him my baby brother because his name's Quantavious Worship, which is the dopest name ever, right?
What's that again?
Quantavious Worship,
Okay.
and he goes by Tunky Barry. And I'm like,
I like
dude, why are
Tunky
you gonna
Barry a
like
lot.
pass on Quantavious Worship? It's your fucking name, my dude.
Right.
It's the best name ever. Anyway, so he is so stupid talented with murals. You've seen his work all over the place. I'm sure I know two of them that I can think of off the top of my head that are on Cleveland, right over by Crosstown.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid dope. He does Chris Styles. He has a bunch of stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so he's like who first kind of introduced me to like a little bit of like doing stuff outside that, and I started painting at Altown. I guess it's technically how I met Tunky. However, he's rad and he's very much like a muralist. He's like very, very talented. Me, I am not a muralist. I am not going to qualify.
But you do have work.
I do a
city.
fuckload of murals, but I'm not a muralist. I'm not good at it.
Can you let us know what some of your work is? No, you don't want to share.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, like in places, I don't know. Like,
well, let me ask you this: how do you feel about like the whole the tie-in between like murals and art and hip hop
fucking love that
and like
shit,
the
yo.
whole history of it? Like,
I mean, well, you got to tie it in even further because I skate. So it's like skating, murals, hip hop. That shit is like.
right.
I actually had a conversation with a chick a few weeks ago, and she told me that like actually, I think she wanted to have an argument, but I wanted to have a conversation.
Right.
And she was.
That's kind of like how when I try to talk to Rob,
You
I
gonna
just
make
try
it
to talk to him. I
Rob
was
is
just trying to
infecting
talk to
all
him.
of us.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
And what happened?
And then he be trying to argue. You know
Well,
what I
you know,
mean?
this-
He want to
this-
disagree every
look,
damn thing I
hey,
say.
In all fairness, though,
Cosmic, is that accurate?
in all fairness, we were talking
Yes.
about.
Scratch your head like it was inaccurate. Excuse me, I'm sorry. for
You're
interrupting.
fine,
It's
love.
pretty
I
accurate.
just
It's
wanted
pretty
to get
accurate.
his
We needed to
opinion.
talk about
Oh,
the
it was
head
just
scratch.
a real
It's
scratch.
pretty
That was just,
accurate.
oh, that
It's
was a
pretty
real
accurate.
scratch. Okay.
It's pretty accurate.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm accurate.
fuck
Okay,
you
we
too.
we're going to dial it
I
back.
tells no
Is it
lies.
about me again? We were
Look, this-
talking about how my favorite song is
right,
Get
right.
Money.
Right, that's it.
Get
right
Money
there.
is my favorite song.
Right, right,
And
right.
It's one of the best hip hop beats
Get
ever.
money.
You know it?
Get
If you could strip the lyrics out of that and just have the beat playing on repeat, and I would just live to that. Because that shit is the best. But I grew up on like Far Side and Most Def. My mom listened to that shit in Mississippi in the 90s. I know, right? Like it doesn't.
Wow.
And she's
Okay.
like a little bougie, so it's like it's
Right.
even further out there. But I was talking about this, and this chick, in so many words, told me that music wasn't for me. And I've said to
Wasn't
her,
for her or was it?
wasn't for me.
Okay, okay.
And I really wanted to know. I wanted to dig into that a little bit more because I'm a very inquisitive
What
mind.
does she mean? Music.
Well,
wasn't
that's
for you?
exactly what
You
I
meant
said.
that music
Yeah.
wasn't for
Well,
you?
I think I don't want to ever assume that I know anything that
Mhm.
somebody's saying because I
Mhm.
don't.
Mhm.
We only operate in the world and understand it the way it relates to us.
Mhm.
So I shan't make assumptions, but I
Mhm.
just wanted to further inquire. So she told me that that kind of that hip hop wasn't for me, and well, I was like, well, that's funny because it sure shit spoke to a very awkward 13, 14-year-old girl in Mississippi,
Right.
and that, to
Right.
me, is there anything fucking cooler than art, like transcending boundaries of age or race or anything? How,
Exactly.
and to me, if Biggie Smalls was in this room right now, and he'd be like, bitch, that is what is up.
Right.
Because
Oh
Right.
that
yeah.
shit spoke to me. It did.
Mhm.
I mean, I
I
under
love Get Money. I love Get Money. I love Biggie. Period. You know what
I
I'm saying?
also do love Nipsey Hussle because he has another. Check me out.
Can you
That's one of his
dance?
all-time favorites. You just
Well,
you
so
just
You
Fresh
said
know,
Rich,
it.
Fresh Rich actually introduced me to Nipsey Hussle, truly, and that "Check Me Out" song became another favorite later. And but that "Pay Me Now" or "Pay Me Double." It's like I made a list of all the people that have influenced me in my life. It was like 37 people, and of those 37, 30 were hip hop. It's all
Wow.
rappers.
is Nipsey one of them?
Nipsey was definitely one of them. I
Okay, so
started
let me
making
stop you right there.
portraits
Let me
all
stop
of
you right
them.
there. This is crazy, right? Because I'm walking, because I'm home in Memphis right now because Nipsey. Like I feel like his spirit jumped out of him when he died. I was living in California, and the moment he died, I started having thoughts of I needed to go home and do my entrepreneur shit. I don't know if you know my hustle right now, but I'm here basically trying to do small businesses, open up, be an inspiration, motivate from the hood, do music. It's like not like I'm trying to become Nipsey Hussle, but I think Nipsey had
Dude,
a had
wouldn't he
had a
want you to be inspired
but
by him?
Nipsey had this lesson about building yourself up, learning the game, doing things yourself.
It's his mixtape
Another
story.
big another person I love is Dame Dash.
I be on? I don't know who.
You don't know who Dame Dash
Uh-uh.
is? Oh well, I turned you on to like the older Nips Hussey, the
Uh,
older Nipsey Hustle. In my opinion, Nip is tips up sis. I've
but
been had literally 3 drinks in
no,
front of
but
me
like
right
I
now.
heard the story. My friend Captain
Don't
told me
blame it on
about the
alcohol.
Don't blame
mixtape
it
that he
in it.
was selling for $100 out of the back of his car.
Right,
My friend Captain's from Pasadena. He grew up in Pasadena in the 80s, 90s,
right.
and like we could not have more opposite upbringings. And the day that Nipsey Hussle died, he actually was like really upset. And I was like, "Who's Nipsey Hussle?" And then it was probably a few months later that Fresh Rich like turned me on to him,
Right.
and I was like, "This dude is what is up."
Dude,
I mean, his
I'm
shit
telling you.
is so dope. And I
Yeah.
also loved his wife because she was in ATL and
Now that's the reason. Remember
she was new in ATL, and I loved that shit.
we started wondering how and what it was. There it is. See, there is this thing of this is gang bang going on right now. Gang bang is the wrong word.
That was the wrong.
Pause.
That's the
Pause. Pause.
that was
There is no
that
gang
was,
bangs going
that was the
on.
wrong word.
We have a
But there's this
married
little
woman and three
there's
black
this
men in
and
the
a
room.
married man.
Before you
Four
told me,
black
I didn't know
men,
you was on
one
dip
white
like that.
man, and a white woman.
And I'm
There
on
is
dip like
no
that.
gang bang
I mean,
going
See,
on.
there it
Although
is.
they're very
See,
much
there it
true.
is.
I
That's my
mean,
point. See, I didn't know that either. See, that's my point. There's this spirit going on.
it is. It's an energy. There's a
And
hip
it's
hop.
bringing people together that don't even know what it is. The connection brings people together, and I'm telling you, it's something connected to Nips. Because I believe when
I
we
don't know if
die,
it's just Nipsey though.
but hold up, when we die, I
No,
do
it's not
believe we
just.
become. When we die, I believe that we become type of gods in a way. And
You're gonna finish this topic, and I'm gonna remind me because I got things to say too. So
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
we
let
go,
you
yeah,
go
yeah,
for it.
yeah.
Look at me
Look,
listening
I believe that when we
right here.
die, we become gods. I believe that this is like Earth. This life is kind of like a God school. To be honest with you, I feel like
All right, I can fuck with
we're in
that.
the school of becoming God. That's why I think many times we have to do it again, do it again. We fail, do it again, fail,
You
do it
think you
again,
get
fail, do it
infinite
again.
do-overs?
I think that I don't know if it's
You don't think
infinite.
if you like
I
fuck
don't know
up
if
and
it's
are a truly
infinite.
shitty person, you don't get a.
I don't know if it's infinite, and I don't know what levels it goes into. That's not my cup of tea. Like just like I don't fucking know how far away the moon is. I don't give a fuck. That has nothing to do with my day to day. You know what I'm trying to say? So my
I
thing
want
is,
a
I
t-shirt
feel
that
like
says that.
Nipsey has this spirit that is taken over many over many people, and it's bringing people together. Like he just said, he's up on Nipsey that big time too. Well, I've been wondering what's the connection. There's just been a pull that I had towards him. I reached out to him. It's like I reached out to you. There's a pull. There's something deep about that dude's spirit. And I'm not saying it's just him. I know because it's more, especially for me. There's a lot more than just Nipsey Hussle. But there is something special about his death.
Oh, when he didn't die for nothing.
Oh my God! And his
He
death.
did not die for nothing. I'll tell you that much.
His music spread, like you said. You didn't even hear it.
I didn't
most
know
people
about him.
didn't even know of him until he died.
And then I started
That's
making
deep, man.
I started making hella portraits of him after he was dead because I love his tattoos all over his
Dude,
neck.
that's what I'm saying, man.
Beautiful.
Life is not about how long you live it or what you do. It's really like once you set that, like, dude, really set a pace, set a message, like Dr. Sebi. All right.
Wait, hold on, rewind. I don't know who you just said.
Dr. Sebi.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna always ask questions when I don't know the
Dr.
answer.
Sebi is a
He's an
nutrition.
herbalist who has literally cured AIDS,
Okay.
herpes.
Okay, that's dope.
like there was nothing that he hadn't cured.
I hope that's not a bad thing. It makes me look ignorant if I ask questions.
No.
When
A
I
lot of
don't
people
know.
don't know about him because
Hell
he's
no.
not technically a medical doctor. He doesn't
Hell
have a medical
appreciate
license,
How
it.
but
fucked
he's
is that some people like would judge me about asking? They'd be like, "This bitch doesn't know this."
You know what?
the
Fuck
last
them.
place Left Eye. You remember before Left Eye passed away,
Yeah.
and she went away to
Yeah,
this little
yeah.
place. She went to Dr. Sabi's
Okay, that's
place
what's up.
and got her head
where she
together,
died.
and got her body together, and got her mind together. Like,
That makes me happy.
yeah. So go ahead back to what you were saying.
I got
Yeah,
it.
but like these people, there's certain people that have messages and that live these certain lives, and it's almost like once they've, like Nipsey Hussle wasn't getting his message out.
Do you think he had to die though? I don't.
I think that see that's the thing. I think in
That
life,
seems like
in
so
life,
fucked.
in life, we
As an
really
artist, it
think
seems so
death.
fu-
In life, we really have got this perception that something is wrong with death.
Oh, it's not. I mean, it's
When death is the only thing that's it's inevitable to all of us. We're all gonna experience it. So there's something beautiful in it. And when your death creates
life
the ripples
and life
and the
others?
life that his death did, you have to be like, damn,
Okay, that's what's up.
dude was on some old magical
So is that the purpose
spiritual
of
deep
life
shit.
at that point
I definitely think the
Because so
purpose
many
of life is
hustles
to
have
die.
come from
From him? I mean, because he
So many hustles and
upped my
hustlers
hustle.
have
Have,
up there.
have,
and
right,
The
have birthed
song-
from him.
his death really has inspired.
Like Tupac.
Yeah. Okay.
Tupac was the same way.
I feel you.
I've been on.
I don't
I've been
know.
on-
I don't know if the same inspiration though. I don't know if it was.
It was a different time, though.
It was a different
Hustle
time.
wasn't as strong then as
I don't know.
hustle is now. Like getting money, or even the opportunities,
To me,
or
hustle's
the
not about money.
I want to say the
It's
message.
about-
I want to say the
it is
message.
about-
Pac's message was a little different though. I mean, his message and what he inspired. I think he did inspire. He inspired Nipsey.
I still
So,
pick
I mean,
Biggie.
it was kind of like the LeBron with Jordan type of situation. It would may not have been a Nipsey without a Tupac. You know what I mean?
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay, so can-
absolutely,
hey, real quick, can
absolutely.
we
That's what I think
rewind,
about
though?
Tupac though, is that he birthed people. Because of Pac, you had Eminem, you had fucking DMX, you had Ja Rule,
Okay.
you had on and on and on and on and on and on.
I gotta stop you
Do
real
you
quick
know
because
who
before I
Tupac
forget
is?
these two very good
Go
thoughts,
ahead, go
we
ahead.
got one.
All right.
How fucking cool is it that kids one day are gonna be learning about Tupac and Biggie the way they learn
They are
about
doing it
Beethoven?
now.
But
Dope.
Beethoven, I'm talking about like Beethoven
Dope.
and shit. It's so fucking cool.
Dope.
They are
Right?
doing it now.
But you know what you know what I'm stepping like the poets of today.
But that's why we gotta
are
protect it a
hip-hop
little bit. We
artists.
gotta protect our art a little bit though. We gotta be real to the artists too.
Okay, so
We gotta
also
be real to the
Free,
artists.
I gotta tell you this.
Right.
Next thing.
When you bring up a point though,
I do love you about
We
how your
gotta-
intensity. Look at this
but,
man's
but
fire.
when we bring up a point that's
Y'all
dope,
Pisces.
I know,
we gotta
right?
right. You know, we gotta hit.
But
it
I
with
got to
it.
tell you what
The
I
next
think a
one.
little bit about death, real quick, because
Okay.
we touched on that
All
for a
right, all
second.
right, I
So
wanna
here,
know
this
that.
is something I've recently arrived at. You know, I grew up in like a
Death.
Christian household, right? Like all
Mm-hmm.
that stuff. My dad is a very spiritual dude. He is like, my dad has got so much swagger. It's stupid. Man rocks earrings and like fucking pinstripe suits and just jewelry. Dude's just cool. He's just
Right.
a rad. He's my person. My dad's awesome.
Right.
Anyways, though, like he had me tapped into all that stuff like in an early age, but like his is from very much a biblical stance. I take from it this. But I think energy, the reason a dead body is so disconcerting to everyone is because the energy's gone from it, right? So that energy doesn't just dissipate. It doesn't just leave and just like evaporate right there. I think, and it's not reincarnation. I'm not quite convinced on that one. I do believe you find a vessel that is similar, right? So like your energy leaves your body, it's going to find a lemon tree or a sunset, right? Somebody that's an asshole though, going to find themselves as like a rock on the shitty side of the moon, right?
And you know what? That sounds terrifying to me. So I hope. I don't want to be a sunset. You know what I mean? Like I like.
that means you're gonna
but see,
come
to
back
me-
just like that and find yourself in a new place, which
I
means-
believe in half of what you're saying. I think it's a great. That's what I love about life. It's
Yeah, we don't know.
we don't
But
fucking
no,
know.
this is the cool
You know?
thing is that you're a
Friends.
millennia in the making.
I have an idea that recently came to me.
Okay, hit me with
When
it.
people talk about seeing the light as they're getting ready to,
Yeah.
how do we know that that's not the same light you're seeing as you're coming out
Coming-
the birth canal?
Dude,
Like
dude.
leaving one body, how do you not know that it's not like?
Now, see,
literally-
I've heard.
How do you not know that that's not the same?
We don't,
light?
and that's what he was saying.
I've
We
heard
have
in the
no
scroll.
fucking-
I've heard in the scrolls of what is it? The green scroll. Was it the
Dead Sea Scrolls?
Dead Sea Scrolls? That it's written in there or something like that to not follow the light
You know what? Yeah, for
because
real.
the light will lead you back here.
Well, I mean,
See,
there's
and
no-
and
know
so
what?
I've
And I
heard
can
that.
attest to this because a friend of ours passed. He came to the last show I played with my guy with Frankie Beverly Mays. When I went to see his body, me and this gentleman and his female friend were in there alone, right? They had been friends since kindergarten. This man's like 50 past. So he was just watching the body, and he'd tap it and he'd look at it. And right, well, so it's time to go. It's time for them to take the body and go put it up till the service the next day. Before we left, he took a piece of tissue and covered the eyes of this body. And I asked him why he did it. He said so that you wouldn't be tempted to follow the light and come back again. And so what you said was dead spot on. In some sort of spiritual realm, if you follow the light, you end up reincarnating. And the thing is to get the lessons and not keep having to come back.
I was
So-
watching.
Hit,
Go
hit
ahead.
it with
Go
us,
ahead.
Rob. You've been mighty silent. Go for it.
I was watching
You're in
Troy.
the punishment. He's out of punishment.
You're out of
Alright.
punishment room.
I've been out of punishment. I was watching Troy. I was
Back
watching
to
Troy,
it.
and they put the coins on the people's eyes. You know
What were
what
you?
I'm
Wait,
saying?
what was this on?
Troy.
Okay.
For the boatman to carry him across. It's like a tip for the boatman. I don't know about the light.
I feel
or
like
whatever.
we're gonna need like 6 hours to fully discuss everything.
Well,
So I
we
got
have
like
all the-
9 stories.
You know what,
right
man?
here.
The thing is, we are the king of our own empire. We can keep this shit going.
Okay,
as we
real,
want.
real quick.
And when we end it, we think about doing like we should start doing that exclusive shit today. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
exclusive shit. Don't. Okay.
What I'm
Yeah,
saying
Pisces
is,
minds jump. You know,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
start.
No, we're like all over the place.
But
I love it.
I was
though.
gonna say this is different from what y'all was saying about the light and stuff. But I was saying I posted the other day. What if your heaven is everything you love?
I
And
hope
then
that's what it is.
What if your hell is everything you hate?
Would that teach you a
Somebody
lesson?
is
That'd
very
be-
You better
furiously
wash
doing
your
something.
hands and dry your hands in
Motherfucker.
there.
the
You can
devil.
air dry
I
them
mean,
shits.
you wrung the hell out that paper
I know,
towel
right?
rag. Ah!
Bad at
All
that
the paper
motherfucker.
towels.
Isaac is not happy with you
So,
shouting.
so the heaven is what now?
What if your heaven,
Everything that you love.
heaven is everything you love, and
Do you like?
hell?
Do you like that idea?
I mean, it was just a thought that
Heaven used to
popped up.
scare me when I was a kid in church. Heaven did because everybody was like, "You're gonna get to like sing all day." I'm like, I don't like to sing.
Oh,
I don't like to sing at all. Singing makes me uncomfortable. I have a horrible voice.
That,
had
like
a-
that, like we were saying, like becoming like a sunlight or something. Like that scares me.
No,
Like,
but like meaning this that like your
A
sunset.
sunset,
No, but you're a
yeah,
sunset,
yeah.
and then you immediately get recycled into something else
Into
that's
what?
equally
This is
beautiful.
a lemon tree.
And that means
A
hold
lemon
on, but
tree. I don't wanna
listen,
be a
but
lemon
listen
tree
though.
either, like-
But that means that
Dog
you,
coming pissing
that
on
means
you.
that you were millennias in the making. You as a human person here now are all of these fabulous comings together of all of these amazing things that you are here now. It makes your life seem a little bit more.
I believe he
I
is a
think that-
lemon.
I
I
think
believe
that-
he's a lemon.
I see.
He's
I think
I
he
think
means
that-
that in a negative way,
He's a
ladies and
lemon
gentlemen,
tree.
and I
There's a
do not.
way-
No.
I think there's a way to
No, lemons
accumulate
are
all of that.
important.
That's a way to
Lemons
accumulate
are
all
on
of
point.
that
But he-
experience.
Motherfucker, they make lemonade.
Lemons heal though. Lemon are a healing
Lemons,
agent.
and
lemons are the
cleansing.
tits, yo. Lemons are
Yeah.
the
They
tits.
cleanse. They're great at detoxifying.
Yeah, so
But
yeah.
I feel like I can experience all of that she's talking about and feel like, oh wow, all these lives have added up to who I
You're
am.
a time traveler in your ancestors.
But it doesn't have
True.
to be a lemon.
Everybody came
I
before
just
you.
I feel like that is I don't know.
They go
That
back into
sounds
our
sad.
DNA, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm into
Okay, I gotta interrupt.
Go
If I want
ahead.
to tell my husband where to watch us right now, on
yeah,
where do
please
I
let him
tell
know.
him?
Let
I
him
said
know
that
and let
YouTube-
everybody else know.
You, oh hey guys, YouTube, right? Ice
The
Eskimos.
light is a
Yes, and
DMT
Facebook.
trip.
Yeah, Luke
Luke
says
Oh hey,
said
look, DMT is
brains
something. It's the
release-
God drug.
That's why
I haven't done
because-
DMT yet, so I don't know.
Our
Right.
brains release.
I've done
massive
DMT with the
amount
guy that's saying this shit.
of DMT.
Everybody who I know has done it. It said
He's
the
right
same
here.
thing.
Wow.
But
Mushrooms I
DMT
do-
and mushrooms, bro. Let me tell you something. My
Mushrooms I
experience
do
on-
every day though. I microdose every day. So,
Yeah,
like-
I like mushrooms, and I can do mushrooms
Oh, he's
anytime.
watching. Y'all say hey to Paul.
What's
Hey,
up,
Paul. What's up? Moreno.
Congratulations.
Moreno.
Hey Paul, they know about you. They do. They saw you. They see your print.
Congratulations.
I know,
Yeah.
right? I'm
Hey,
married to
so-
dime piece.
You got you a crazy
Am
cool
I- am
ass
I-
chick. You hear me?
Do I twirl
One crazy cool ass chick.
Moreno. His look.
It's-
It's
I know it's not as smooth as he
his
can do.
pops.
You- you-
no,
I
he
get it.
can't
You
even
do
do it
too
because
much.
everybody looks at him like he speaks Spanish, and he
Right.
just does this thing where he's like, he does not speak any Spanish. He looks like he does.
You
Like,
know
he's
what's
like-
funny? I get that all the time.
Really?
People, Hispanic people come up to me and my family all the time and
So
start
Paul's
speaking
dad
Spanish.
looks like a light skinned Danny Glover. So like
I get
Paul's
it
dad
all
is
the
straight
time.
up like everybody's so like
what
you're
they
F-
say.
What?
I'm
Aren't
like,
you married to a Aren't you married to a Hispanic?
see? And that's my point. See? That's what everyone thinks.
Is
They
she
come
not-
to my family. Yes, she's gorgeous, but she's
She
not.
is fucking beautiful,
not
and your
Hispanic.
kids are beautiful too.
But they come up to us and our family and they start speaking Spanish to us
So, okay, so
all the time.
My sister-in-law, Paul's sister.
I tell her
is-
we need to learn Spanish so we can be like, no
Well, yours.
offense
Bigfoot is
to anybody
impressive.
speaking Spanish.
I know, right? Hello. So Paul's sister, though, she has two little girls who are half black, half Paul, and their family, right? They're half Hispanic, Native American,
Right, half,
and then
half,
her
half
other two kids.
half indigenous, other half indigenous.
Yeah,
What?
right. And then her other two kids. Her other two kids though are half Dominican and
Oh,
and
wow.
then half Hispanic and Native American, right? So she's like, we are firmly minorities, but now that Paul married you, y'all are not. If your babies won't be, and I'm like, damn, that is real.
Well, I don't know. You might come out with the brown. Look, my kids. Look, my wife is so cute because she thinks that she can't see how brown my kids are,
Your kids are not that brown though. They're
and
like,
so they stand next to white kids
okay, fair enough.
in pictures.
Fair enough.
And
So
it's like, all right, you can clearly see now, right? Right? Yeah, you look at them by themselves, like, nah. But when they're standing next to Timmy, oh shit, damn.
yeah, so that's one of Paul's nieces.
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
And that looks like,
And then this is another one of
You want
them.
to show the camera?
Oh,
too,
sorry.
so
I'm sorry, guys. Y'all can't see though. They can't see.
Yeah.
so this is the thing with
Yeah,
us.
they're
So
all very brown. They're
we're
all very
all
tan.
we're all here. We've come to the place. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we all agree here that we all hate the illusion of race.
Oh, it's fucking stupid. You
We
get
like
a better
that.
tan than me.
Exactly. Right. We all feel like that.
Way
The
better
idea
tan.
of calling one group person white and the other
It's the
person
dumbest
black.
thing ever.
It's the smartest
It's a
thing
way.
ever.
It's a way of
It was the
categorizing
smartest
people.
shit ever.
But
It was
like, but
ingenious in the most
it's horrible though. It's horrible.
darkest way.
Let me let you know that, like, quite literally, if I had time, I had like one mission, and my only mission, I would not go back and meet my heroes or do anything. I would go back and bitch slap the shit out of my ancestors and tell them what the fuck you're making shit so difficult for us.
They would
And
hang you up on a tree.
they
girl.
probably would. They'd be like, "She's a witch."
It's like, you got
Get
one.
this bitch
I
outta
was so
here.
interested. I'm like, what's the plan? And she's a bitch slap. I was like,
Well, Rob, come on now, though.
It's not gonna happen.
We were talking.
We
So
still
my
gonna- we still gonna be
husband.
locked
Hold
up.
on. So my
You went
husband.
like that at the time travel part? You went into the bitch slap part?
Yeah.
This ain't gonna happen?
Wait, hold on.
I
Time
believe
travel.
it.
I'm in it.
I'm like, what you
I'm
gonna
in
do?
it
What
in
you
time
gonna
These
do?
travel.
One shot.
assholes right here.
Bitch slapping. Oh,
I'm a bitch slap the shit out
this
of somebody.
story is fake.
I'm gonna do it.
No,
I'm
no.
gonna do it. I might get strung up too. I might do it. But I would bitch slap the shit out of somebody because let me let you know, my
So
husband.
somebody.
Somebody I would have done. My husband's a veteran, and we were talking about it today about how black people went and fought in World War One and Two, and the fact that they had to come back to a country that didn't want to fuck with them at all, didn't want to give them rights, but they fought for democracy in the world. How fucked is that? We could have evaded all of the shit that's happening right now had they just been like, you're like, it's so fucked to me. Like, that people went and fought and died for democracy that they didn't even have a right to. It's so fucked up.
He has a son in the service right now.
Do
Good
you
looking
really?
cat too. Looks a lot better than Carlos.
Paul was
He
in the army.
really has a pretty baby
Wow.
mama.
Wait, how old are you? Why do black people
native-
age so well?
A Native
Happy
American
40s.
in the army.
Yeah, Paul was in the army. He was not, he played college baseball and then he was in the army for 4 years. He was deployed to
Baseball.
Afghanistan.
I'm a big baseball fan. Where did he play baseball?
A bunch of different places. He actually was. Paul would have been like a professional baseball player. He broke both his arms in high school, and he went to New Mexico State. I'm pretty sure that's right, Paul. I'm sorry if it's not. And he bounced around a couple of different other schools because of the rules in high school sports or college sports. And then he ended up in oh my God, why am I
That's his
spacing on
son.
this?
How long did y'all date before y'all got married?
We met each other actually. Oh my, that's your son?
Right.
How? There's no fucking way.
But you can
Actually,
see
you
it-
gotta
you
see
can
the
see
dime
it in
piece
the-
that is my mama, and
You
then I
see
can,
it
I
in the
can be
face.
like,
You can even see it in like the
he's
you know that's his
adorable.
son.
What does he do? What does he do in the army?
He's a computer science major. Hold on.
Okay, so this is the like. Well, I don't know. We were just talking about something. Oh yeah. What's the
service. Well, you were talking about it being in the service.
Yeah, he was a tanker in the army, and then he went to Afghanistan, and he was.
So
in
let me
the
tell you
4th
something. So
Infantry
let's get
Division.
controversial now, because we haven't
Let's
been
do
too
this.
controversial.
We were controversial before you saw us.
Yeah.
Rob was.
Now his son is in the military.
Okay.
Your husband's in the military.
Was.
Y'all keep
Wait,
letting
hold
us,
on.
y'all keep letting us step on
That's
me,
Paul.
and,
Wait, hold
and
on,
y'all
Paul.
not defending me. I'm
I'm
just say that.
He played at Bellhaven.
And-
I'm sorry.
and-
Paul
and-
just said I played at Bellhaven.
And I
Sorry,
I had family. I had an uncle, my granddaddy. Actually, my grandfather drove around some fucking white general. I don't give a fuck with. I don't remember what his name was, but he was.
You
Somebody.
don't fuck with him.
No, he was somebody important. I think he was somebody who became a president. One of them, in World War II. I don't remember. I don't care. This
Close
is
to-
it gets to the
close.
point of
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to say too.
Get to the controversial shit.
Is if my son
You wouldn't want him doing that shit.
failed, to me,
If he wants to go to service.
to me,
Damn,
To
that's cold
me-
to your dude though.
No, I know,
Lowe's?
I know,
Look at-
I know. I'm
Lowe's
being
over here,
controversial.
like-
I hadn't broken. I hadn't said.
Well, yeah, and we've
I
actually had
can't
this
tell
conversation.
because his
Yeah.
eyes are covered.
And
ladies and
we've actually had this conversation before. We've had this conversation.
But
before.
I don't see there's any problem in that because I would imagine that
I
that's
just
a
wanna
pretty
make
reasonable thing.
because when we go out and we honor these soldiers like these basketball games and everything, it's just bothers me, and I think that voice needs to be heard. I think a lot of people agree.
Does it bother you? Hold on, as a black man, does it bother you, or
I
does it bother
cannot-
you as an American, or does it bother you as a black American?
I do not consider myself a black man. In
I
any
mean, I'm just
capacity.
trying to.
I don't know
I'm
what
just
a black
trying to
man
gauge
is.
it. Hold on, I'm just trying to gauge this
I
because
know
I
I
really
am.
think
I'm trying to engage it with you.
this is.
I don't know what a
hey,
black
hold
man
on
is.
real
I
quick.
don't know what a black man is.
I
I don't know what a
legitimately
white
love
man
that
is.
we're having this conversation right now because do you have any idea how fucking little people are talking these days?
Oh, yeah.
People are just screaming at each other. It's
Yeah,
awful.
No, that's the thing about us,
It's
man.
awful.
None
Did
of
y'all
this shit
just
is
find y'all's
personal.
like fourth like member of this whole crew right here? I think y'all did. Okay, continue, sir.
She did all
What the
this.
hell was I saying?
You failing as a father if your son goes into the service.
Back to the dirt. She went back to the dirt.
Yeah, listen.
I mean, that's where
Listen,
we were at.
I would be brokenhearted. I'd be brokenhearted. I felt like I failed. If that was something he wanted to do.
Why?
I feel like as an indigenous,
Okay.
as a brown person, as a colored person, as anyone that is about humanity,
Okay.
I do not understand the idea of wanting to support, stand behind anybody
Who wants to
that's
fight for
defending
something?
borders
Mm.
and
See,
dividing
you and I are about to have talks.
and dividing governments and making these governments. That's their wars. It's their wars.
So where is this
Let them-
utopia?
let them do this. Governments let them do their shit.
Where's this utopia we live in, though? What is this utopia you're comparing?
It doesn't exist. It doesn't
It
exist.
doesn't
It
exist.
doesn't
so
exist.
we have to have.
No, it doesn't
borders.
exist because why it
Borders.
doesn't exist.
So you want the wall?
It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
Motherfucker, why you gotta go there?
We said
Who
borders.
runs- who- you know,
I don't think. Hey, look, I think my government has but two jobs, two, and that is to keep me the fuck safe from everybody the fuck else out there, and from anybody else in this country infringing on my rights. Like I told y'all earlier, I'm not.
that
any-
leaves a lot of room.
Hold
That's
on,
a lot of
I'm
room.
not
to be
any party.
manipulated.
I'm not any party. I am a fucking anarchist. At
That
the end
leaves
of
a
the
lot
day.
of room to be manipulated.
Fair enough.
They're
But
out
so-
there. They're against you. Anybody? They're trying to hurt
That
you.
was
That's
not-
why every war was started
Free,
because they've made us think.
free, my dear. That's
that
not
we-
what I said. Though.
that is what you
Oh,
said.
But I feel like okay, fair enough. I can see how you felt that.
Ooh, Pisces.
I can see how you felt
This
that.
is
and
a
I
fish
think
fight.
that's
This is
what I do.
this is a fish fight.
No,
That's why I'm watching.
this is what passionate people discussing
Exactly.
some shit
Exactly.
looks like. And I fucking
They
do
can't
that,
show.
man. And I appreciate also to the audience out there, I must say how much I appreciate having this fucking conversation.
Thank you
with
for coming and having
Right?
it.
It's really fucking
It's
cool.
really
Beautiful.
yeah,
It's
no doubt.
beautiful. Yeah,
It's pretty rad. And
it-
so my
she
thing
clearly hadn't seen the show before. So next time,
I did. I tried to watch, but I
Make
had
sure to-
shitty service the whole way
Make sure to
home.
get us.
I
See
watched
the
it
It's
in
all
bits
good.
and
It's all
pieces.
good.
She
It's
like-
And
all
I was
good.
like,
she's a
what
part
the-
of it.
she's like, what is
She's
I'm
part
like,
of
what
it.
the fuck am I getting into?
she gotta keep no, we're breaking boundaries.
Oh, the fuck we're
Everything is fine.
No, my dude.
This is how we do. I'm
No,
just
my
saying.
dude, I'm not gonna like sit around and have like all
That's what
sorts
we
of like
do.
terms that are like all safe and shit.
Yeah,
I know I'm
please
probably
don't.
putting my foot in my mouth.
No, and it's okay.
but
if
y'all
we
know I'm
disagree.
good people though.
Well,
And
let's
it's
have a
okay. And
conversation,
it's okay
though.
if we disagree.
So here we are though,
Right.
and I do recognize that leaves room for that. I guess that I understand that to some extent. Actually, I think what both of us are saying is actually quite rightfully true, and I think that's the reason it's so important for everybody to talk about things. And I see how easy it is for us to like butt heads over shit, right? Because like well, here we are, like fucking having fun, drinking, and talking
Right.
about some heavy shit, and
Right.
like that shit could escalate quickly. If
Yeah.
any of us were truly dickheads, it could.
Exactly.
But we're not. Which is
Right.
rap. Carlos could have gone like fucking ham on you for you saying that about
Right.
failing as a father.
I mean,
Right.
we've
Cosby.
talked for you. I mean,
But I
we've
love that
talked,
about
and
you
we're
guys. That's
brothers,
rad.
like, we have these kinds of conversations,
That's that
whether
word.
the cameras on
I
or
know.
not. Like, this is regular talk for us. So you know,
You did fade into the abyss. You like
Yeah,
I'm
got
screaming
dark.
into the abyss
in
right
your-
now.
The couch,
Sit back up
the
and
couch
shit.
in your
my
home.
sweater, yeah,
no, it
we
ain't the
blend.
sweater. It's you. It's just like you blended. It's like
Okay.
you
Can we just
blended.
talk about in a world where there's 3 white people sitting here and 1 black person sitting here? I feel like we need to shake this shit.
Hey, let's do that.
But
Let's
that's my
go.
thing.
No,
But that's my thing.
I think that was funny. We got
I
another
was like,
text
what?
message. Oh, Andrea's saying something. That's my sister-in-law. I hope she's
Oh, here we go.
okay.
Why you put my business out in the street?
Not you.
Now, so
Rob.
it's like so
Never.
that's
Like you named out how
Go
many
ahead.
kids I got. God damn. That's why I said
he got a
you
lot.
ain't-
He got
Okay,
a lot.
I feel like let's dial it back from the border conversation because
Okay.
I want to
Okay.
marinate on that for more before
right.
I actually have because I'm hesitant to ever have a conversation about
Yo.
anything I'm not like properly like principled in. I think that principled people are
See, that's
awful.
sometimes how we learn. Sometimes is having conversations.
I don't know, I
If we're willing to listen, if we're willing
Fair.
to listen to the other
Fair
thing,
You
yeah,
and I do a lot of talking.
especially you,
Them fish. Them fish.
especially you.
That is
Ain't
not
nothing but a
even
little
fair.
fish.
Isaac's been listening this whole time. This is not.
Ain't nothing but a little fish.
I'm a little fish.
Little fish.
Two,
Pisces.
two, one swing, another swing.
I don't know what water is.
Wait, what were we gonna say? Go ahead. What were we gonna say?
We like
No,
water.
I very much this it's you were asking earlier, you were saying earlier that you no, we're not gonna go there real quick because I wanna circle back because I wanna marinate in that for a little bit.
Mhm.
But you were talking earlier about how you thought to have me on this and you didn't know why, but you went with it, right?
Mhm.
And I know now it's simply because I needed this shit. I very much needed this shit.
In
right
what
here.
way?
I needed to have a conversation with somebody. 'Cause, look,
You need
right
help.
now,
You need help drinking that Moscow.
Moscow Mule.
She been
He's a
drinking
sponsor. No.
You got them in a can.
He's got 'em in
So,
a
You got them in a
um,
can.
They sell them at Joe's. Everybody, they sell them at Joe's.
Okay, I'm at Mama Joe's. We're
Hit
going.
this dude up for a sponsorship.
liquor
right here,
store.
right?
Come on, I'm telling you, I
He will
look,
drink all your
I
Moscow
will drink
Mules.
all of that shit.
It's
All right, I'm sorry. Go
So
ahead.
no, so I needed to have this conversation because we're living in a world right now where so many people are afraid to say so much shit because they're so like nobody wants to talk to anybody that doesn't look like them because they don't know what's like come off their own way. Like every white person I know, I'm not loud about every white person I know. I'm like, y'all don't understand how racist y'all seem by like dialing yourselves back and not just like speaking because to me, freedom, equality, all of these things mean saying what you feel,
Mhm.
knowing that like if you're not a shitty fucking person, that shit's not gonna come across in the wrong way, right? I needed this conversation. I hope
I need
Rob,
to
know you
hear.
didn't sit well with you. I saw your face. I just need I needed it. It's very cathartic for me. I thank y'all for having me on here.
Thanks
I
for
really
No,
do.
I wasn't. My face wasn't about that. It
It
was
was
really
not that
about. It was really about that how easily things can be misconstrued.
Misconstrued.
At this
Yeah,
time.
right.
So your friends being
They're just-
hesitant to
Yeah.
speak, it makes sense.
It does total
That's what
sense,
I'm
but
understanding
do you
part of
think it's helpful?
Depending on what your voice
I
is.
want to hear my friends. I genuinely do. I want to hear everyone. And just if I disagree with somebody doesn't make what they're saying wrong. Or even, and I'm all
That's the whole point.
That's
of
the whole
this,
point of this.
Of this podcast.
Yeah. And so like every time that I do disagree with someone, even if it's gently, even if it's like stringently, right? I want to make sure that like just because I'm uncomfortable with a new idea, I'm not being, I'm not pushing
funny
it
toward the person.
Yeah, exactly.
The
So
idea
exactly.
and the person
So like
are two
let's have a
different things.
conversation. Let's like talk about some shit. Let's like be very real about some shit. And like honestly, assuming the best of whoever you're talking to is the best way to do that. You can't go into anything assuming that you have moral superiority or you're somehow better than
That's
them.
the programming that's taking place.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Isn't that I mean, it is. It's horrible that more people can't sit in a room and have a conversation. Rob, hit us with your truth.
No, I was going to ask, do you feel that there is an obligation, I guess, as a non-biased white person, or you would call yourself?
I don't know what I am, Rob. I mean,
so would you speak? Do you feel
I don't feel
a need or to speak for equality or anything like that?
No, I just want
to. How about speak to your people?
Can I? I'm not a part. But here's my thing: is I am a believer that the ultimate minority is the individual. I truly believe that.
Okay, I agree with that.
That is what I live by. My
Star with minority. The stars, like the stars, are the real majority.
Wait, no, what? Repeat. I'm sorry.
Are we talking about what we?
I just think that each individual human person is worth fighting for. So you bring me a situation in which somebody has been wronged, and I hear it, and I'm going to get angry about it. I'm gonna get out there. But you can't give me blanket situations. I don't believe in those in any situation because I don't like when women speak for me. I actually used to call myself an anti-feminist until it got me in a lot of trouble. And now I call myself post-feminist, which also gets me in a lot of trouble. I don't need a club. I don't want a club. I don't want anybody out there thinking they need to, I don't want anybody thinking they can speak for me. I don't want It makes me really uncomfortable whenever I hear like AOC get up and be like, I speak for all women. I'm like, bitch, you don't speak for me. You don't know me. You don't speak.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing. I think in the so-called, what we love to call ourselves black, in the so-called black community, that's what happens. Is a lot of people speaking for each other. Feel like, hey, we're all supposed to be going to the left. We're all supposed to be going to the right, as if we aren't human and we individually think for ourselves. And that's something. And that's something that I think is so dangerous.
Did we get an ugly message?
I think that's what's so dangerous when we go into calling people white and calling people black. The first who we look at the color white and we see what white looks like. We look at the color black, we see what black looks like. And we're not talking about white and black people. We're obviously talking about some type of indoctrination, some type of brainwashing. Because if we look into the English language, we know that the white means pure. So when we talking about
no doubt. What
when we go into
language
right
and stuff, that shit is real.
So that's what I despise that whole
dichotomy.
Yeah,
dichotomy.
I despise it.
I don't like it either because it pits us against one another.
Exactly.
It acts like there's not other.
And
it
does
more separating than unifying.
Exactly.
And the thing is,
that's my problem with it. It's like, do I think I'm beautiful? Fuck yeah. Do I think I matter? Fuck yeah. Do I need to say Black Lives Matter to feel like I matter? Fuck no. And I don't even know what a black life is. I keep telling people I don't even know what that is. Z, I'm looking at my brown brother right here. I don't know what that is. I know some brothers that are dark as fuck. But also know, bro, we dark.
That's what the husband just said. He makes great points.
The husband, thumbs up, man.
Hey, look, I mean, he's caught in this weird realm of he's brown. Right. When we were filling out our marriage license the other day, I mean, it said race, and I don't know why it's important for me to put that. I don't know why that's important. I don't know why that's important. I don't know why. I turn people away.
Part of the systematic racism.
Well, and see,
period.
Careful what and that's okay. Systematic racism. Okay, like I recognize that shit.
No, okay. Look, you have a problem with that.
There's so many.
You have that struck a nerve. Let's talk about that one right quick.
Wait, because we got to get to one thing at a time.
I know, but that's the interesting. That's the
one time.
It's not that I have a problem with. I want to be able to fight something.
What?
I want to be able to fight something. I want a specific point. I want a target to aim for. If somebody hits me with something like I was wronged in this moment, I'm gonna be there with you, right there. But I can't with systemic or systematic or anything like this. I know it exists. I do, but I need specific moments so that we can fight this shit individually.
So she can go back in the time machine, and that's who she know.
Who I'm a bitch slap.
I hope that was on this episode.
Rob,
Was
we
it the
gotta
same
wait.
episode?
We gotta
Right.
tell Rob
was great.
that was the funny of the night.
I
That
think
was funny.
okay,
That was it.
That
was
was
Hey,
good.
title of this
That
one
was
is Bitch Slap. There we
Big
go.
slap.
Bitch slap.
Bitch
That's
slap.
systemic racism.
Bitch Slap.
It's not cool. Look, it isn't. It didn't hit a nerve with me. It just means that like I get very frustrated when I don't have things that I can actively do. I'm a
See, all right,
I'm a doer.
this is my thought. This is my thought. Y'all tell me if I'm crazy or not.
You crazy?
Okay.
We know
But
I
now,
don't do
but let's go a little further. Let's go a little further with my
I'm
insanity.
messing,
Let's
Rob.
go a little further with my
I just want to
insanity.
be honest.
Okay, thank you. At least I know I got a truthness on my left.
That's what I'm saying.
Um,
I ain't gonna wait.
I believe that when I look at all of what's going on in the world right now, it's kind of like it's slavery times. You know, it took the North whites versus the South whites to kind of like fight each other and figure this shit out.
Murder the shit out of each
I
other.
think right now when you have these white liberals and these white Republicans and you got these white women and these people talking about Black Lives Matter and I drive through Midtown, man, and I see the whitest of the whitest
Oh my God, they're
with the
all
black
about it.
sign, Black Lives Matter sign, and I'm like, when I think to myself, what's going on right now is there's another evolution going on between our so-called, our pale brothers and sisters.
Oh, I have so many thoughts on this.
And I think that the war that's happening right now is between them, has nothing to do with us.
I agree with you on that one.
Everything that has to do with us is what we need to be doing within our own community, with the gangs, with the businesses, with the bonding, with the community and the love of each other and education. That's what we should be doing. We don't need to be out in the street protesting and going up to the police fight. They got to do that with each other because that's their system that they created. And if they don't like it, they need to fix it because we can't fix their shit. Because we got to win within their system.
I feel you on that, my G.
As long as their system is their system, we got to figure out how to win within their system. Now, when they change their system, then cool. But right now,
that assumes that they is a unified they.
no,
and
it
it's
doesn't.
not.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
They that created the
It's
thing.
they
But
that
who is
created.
that, though?
They that created it,
'Cause I
they
don't feel
wanted
like
to
I'm-
All right, I can
remain.
break it down. I can break it down.
I'm referring to the powers that be. I'm not referring
You
to
can
a
tell.
race.
You know
We
that
just
we
talking
are
about the
owned.
powers
We are
that be
owned by a
for
few
bloodlines.
families.
You include like black people in power in this power that be because there are plenty of black folks that are in power. This is so deferring.
In power is
Powers that
very.
be.
I don't know about powers that be. You're
That's
right.
what I'm.
Okay,
That's
fair
what I'm
enough.
referring to
Fair
when
enough.
I'm
But
saying.
I do want to
I ain't even on the
race.
race.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Here is there is something happening amongst white liberals and white Republicans. The reason I'm an anarchist is because I don't subscribe to any of their bullshit.
Antifa versus the KKK.
Well,
I fucking like it.
Well,
It's
they're
not
both-
really it, but it
they're
kind of
both-
could
They're
become
both
that.
hooded white people.
It could become that.
They're a little bit hooded white people. Let
Right.
them duke it out amongst themselves.
Let them figure it the fuck
I
out.
know, right? I have
Right.
like have
That's
no
what I
time
tell
to
us. It's like, like they look at us with the gang. Let the motherfucker kill themselves. I mean, I don't feel like let them kill themselves, but I like, you know what? Let them figure it out. While they're figuring shit out,
You're gonna do shit.
we need to be doing some shit. This is the greatest time in the world to be a black-owned business.
Hey,
I mean, white people are showing up to black-owned business. I mean, this is the greatest time in the world to be black. We could be whining and complaining all we want, but this is the greatest
see,
time.
I can't speak.
This is the move. This is the move that we could be making right now while they're fighting shit out because they need to fight it out. They're wrong. The system is fucked up. The policing is fucked up.
Agreed with all of that.
The judicial system is fucked up.
Agreed with all of
Educational system fucked up.
that. 100.
Malcolm X, what did Martin Luther King say? Damn, I fear I led my people into a burning building.
But Malcolm X said, "Beware of what is it? Polite white liberals." That
Man,
is something he did say because they are.
let me
just
tell you
as
something.
dangerous.
Let me
Is that
tell you
true?
something.
That is very.
Let me tell you something.
It's
No,
not an exact quote.
No, I said is that
Is that no?
No, she's a,
You get it?
yeah,
I
she
don't
just
have time to
Oh,
fuck around
oh.
like that. Because here's my thing: is you see the people in Midtown with their Black Lives Matter signs and all that shit, but they're the ones that have the most cameras up, the ones that are grabbing their purse when black folks are walking down the sidewalk, and I don't have time to fuck with them.
see. I have learned something in this epidemic, and I've learned something in this Black Lives Matter. There's a difference between, and only Memphis people gonna get this right now. There's a difference between the Collierville whitey and the Midtown white. They're two totally different motherfuckers. And I'm gonna tell you something. In this epidemic,
They both cannot be fucked with. Free.
hold up. But I find myself agreeing with both sides at different sides, different conversations. When it comes to the epidemic, I kind of lean with Collierville.
Is that was it like what?
Like what the fuck are we doing? Shutting shit down.
Right, we're killing fucking the economy.
Right.
Fuck that shit. I'm a free market capitalist.
I lean towards them on that. When it comes to the counters and this blue lives shit, bro.
Look, I
it's
support
like,
my black friends in any way that I need to, but I
man,
can't.
I
I'm not going
see
to
a
pretend
lot
to
of
fight for anybody.
I see a lot of Midtown people. My problem was WAP. When WAP came out, a lot of people were talking about white people that were talking about.
Wait, WAP as in like what? It played twice at my wedding the other night,
Right.
and there
No,
was two ladies that left the tent.
Let me tell you. That was so good. I found a place we can argue. I got it now.
No, we're not gonna argue over this because I've never heard it before until the other night.
Okay, well, check it out.
I didn't know about it.
Okay.
I respect the shit out of Cardi B though.
Yeah, I fuck with Cardi B. I knew the moment I saw Cardi B, she was famous.
I don't really like her music, but I fuck with her. I'm sorry.
It's all good. I was just saying.
We just don't interrupt each other on that.
It's all good. The racial, I feel like systematic racism is right there. Systemic racism is right there.
I never know which word.
I don't know. Let's just say systemic.
Okay.
It could be systematic. I don't know.
Seems
Apples.
Apples.
There we go.
Ongoing, my dude.
So that form of racism,
whatever that racism,
that system of racism,
that big racism,
system of racism,
biggest of the racisms.
that right there, I feel like is an example of what. Why is it? You don't see anybody else singing bullshit like that. You don't see nobody else. Our culture is known for big booty hoes. Help with it. Our culture is known for it. It's known for it, and it's a reason for it. And you look throughout the little young girls and our young girls in our little hood. Sexualization is
that shit is fucked
up,
man.
It's in our music. It's in our movies. It's everywhere. And when I see a lot of our
who do you have talking over here? Mm-hmm.
And when we have a lot of our gay midtowners and who happen to be on the Black Lives Matter side, a lot of them, especially the female gay ones, I've learned. I feel like we confuse feminine power
with wholeness.
With wholeness.
Trust me. Why do you think I am a post-feminist woman? It's because guess what? I can be tits and ass. I can be that, but I'm also a dope ass artist, and I also know that tits and ass last till about I got another maybe 3 or 4 years, maybe to where that shit's gonna be. It has a shelf life, but my brilliance does not. And that's what I keep pushing on, like with ladies. It's like, hey guys, like bitches, like put your time in with your brain. Like that shit is gonna matter one day. It will make you like viable even when you're 60, right? Does that matter? And I do think there is a hypersexualization that is occurring, and I hate seeing that. We actually.
Hypersexualization. Say that again.
Hypersexualization.
Sexualization.
That was one of them $20 graduate school words.
I like that.
I know, right?
Because that's exactly what it is.
It is, and it's so unfortunate because y'all.
And it's amongst our community more than anything else.
I will agree with that. I do think that it is, and I think that it's something that's seen as being you're strong as a woman if you own your sexuality, but it doesn't mean that. To me, it's like, okay, so you've got strippers and porn stars and stuff pushing that if you own all of this, like you're a fuck machine, basically, right? Like, what makes me like worthy of sitting in a room with a bunch of dudes who are clearly very solid dudes having a conversation about something? It's not that though, right? Like it's something I'm doing something dope. It doesn't mean that you can't have those things coincide. That's the truly confusing thing about being a woman, right? Like in that, and I think that even further, and again, I'm hesitant to ever speak for any group of people ever, including parts of or groups that I belong to. So I won't dare to speak for like Black women, but I would imagine that is truly a frustrating moment for Black women, because I know some of my favorite women on earth happen to be Black. And I will say happen to be Black because their Blackness is not what makes me be friends with them. They're just brilliant minds.
Right.
And that's what's up, man. And I know a lot of women that are raising like truly amazing women, but I think that when WAP played the other night, it was one of those things that it was like, my mom actually, my mom and dad of all people were the two that danced to it. It was really disconcerting. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, so this is WAP. It was but he was like, you know that WAP is playing, and I was like, this is WAP. I've heard about it, right? I've heard about this WAP craze, and I just like couldn't help but to think, is this what my
your mom was like?
Your
mama was doing this.
My new sister.
So your mom was actually saying this is where you came.
Probably. But then again, my mom is like.
Your dad was like, yeah, I was in there.
I don't doubt that either. It was truly one of those moments where I got enough of vodka and left tent. So it occurred to me though that I was like, is this what my grandmother fought for? Is this what anybody's grandmother fought for? Right? Is like to be hypersexualized for our daughters to be hypersexualized. Exactly. It's like so awful. And to me, it's like one of those things where like I think there's this message that you're pushing to kids of all races. I do think it does happen to like specifically prey upon young Black women. Is that the only way you're ever going to be something is if somebody wants to fuck you.
Yep.
And that's so unfortunate because I think that that's the case with a lot of women in general. It's like these makeup tutorials and stuff, and these little girls you want to see like putting on makeup, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this?
Right.
Like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, I thought our grandmothers wanted us to be like rocket scientists and shit, right? Like, didn't they want us to do shit like that? And now you can like withdraw consent the next day, and you can do also, it's just like women have become like a protected class a little bit.
Well, look,
we strayed from the point, I know, but
no, we're all good, but we're way over time.
Are we?
Yeah.
We just gonna have to. Yeah.
We just got to do it again.
It was a great show.
I
probably offended a lot of people.
Well,
No.
You know
We
what?
just have to get a light. We just have to get a
wasn't
light
about
to
to
let
shit
you,
again,
to give it a break. Just.
I like Rob. Though. Rob's funny. Everybody should listen to him tell jokes because I bet they're funny.
He's got some
Rob's
funny jokes.
when he's not even telling jokes.
He's got some funny jokes.
I got 3 shows this weekend. I'll be at the Comedy Junch. Y'all want to come through Memphis Urban Labs Comedy Festival?
I'm probably gonna go, Pete.
Y'all
So
come through,
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go and heckle Rob.
Bring Moreno.
Rob.
That's one of my best.
Moreno. Francis. I did get a little. I did.
Y'all make sure you follow her. Where is Francis?
Y'all make sure y'all follow these dudes because this was maybe the most enlightening thing I've seen.
It was fun, right?
I wasn't. It's not just because I was a part of it.
It's because I was a part of it.
A little
Right.
bit
Exactly.
With your Bill Cosby sweater.
That was off camera. You said that, not me. It's a shawl collar. It's more of like a.
My question is, why is Sean standing in my light? Like, I mean, but Sean.
So I got this
No,
live
it's not.
Zoom show.
Get out of here, Rob. Rob's adorable. Telling us.
Let's end this with a toast, y'all. I said,
motherfucker, let's go.
Please don't hate me. I just talk sometimes.
You hear Francis?
Y'all follow Francis.
Amazing. I hope
Thank you.
that we get to
Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Next time we'll bring LD.